Alright, we're getting ready. Alright. Oh, there's a weird overlay there. Testing. You're muted in Discord. Like, you're server muted? Why were you server muted? And why doesn't it show up as a little red thing? You're not server muted anymore.
Yay, I can talk for free! We've made it.
Okay, we're back to the top. Alright. Is invisible. Yeah?
Yes.
Thanks. Sometimes they're a pain.
I am. Yeah, I would have. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I should have told you that. I was like, oh, counting
Well,
down.
I just went for it, you know? I just went for it. We
Do it
pop out.
live.
Yeah, we're running it live.
I can go back to a
Oh, no, it's okay. All right. Welcome, Amaru fam. We are live with BU in the Discord community. If you want to join us and participate in this, it's going to be an engaging activity. I guess we're going to have some Q&A and AMA afterwards. Let me just switch to my camera as well so that we can see both of us. I have too many overlays, guys. Start the event. Kick it off in the Discord. Technically, we got 2 minutes left. B, do you want to pop some music in there?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
actually.
you don't know how to do music in the
No,
Discord.
I've never used it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm really bad with technology, even though I'm a streamer. I get so hung up on Discord.
I'm gonna put up my camera. I'm trying to decide if I should do it on here or if I should do it on Discord. Let's see if it works. Okay. Now will it work? Come on, camera. There we go.
See you.
So I got my Superman shirt on today. It's actually not my
Nice.
shirt. It's my wife's shirt. I'm definitely not certifiably cool enough to have this shirt. Oh, let's transition to that one. There we go. That's much better. Show non-video participants. Boom. Now we got a nice overlay. Everybody can hear us all right. My wife's
Think
watching.
so.
She's Pipsy Chick 18 in the chat.
Oh, nice. All right, cool. Can
Oh.
everyone on my live stream hear Sam all right and hear me as well? Am I too loud, or let me know if we need to adjust anything?
I am testing out Restream today. My ears are bleeding. Oh no. Is it too loud from my audio or from the desktop use audio?
Yeah, let me know, because it's always hard to get all these microphones cooperating.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think Discord will switch to a different mic that I have because I'm using it on OBS. I don't know. It's always finicky.
We got Cold Brew CJ as well. Welcome to the fam. Yo, BU, we got the application for affiliate today. They just sent us an email and we're like, join the affiliate team. So
Hey, congrats!
we made it.
Nice, that's awesome. Now we can get emotes on Twitch.
Yeah, that was my big thing, is I wanted the custom emotes.
Yeah,
The
those are
emotes
sweet.
are life on Twitch and in Discord, I would say. Like, emotes rule. That's probably one of my favorite things about Discord, is the ability to use custom emotes. We should do another Nitro giveaway to give people access to more of them.
I need some Nitro.
Oh, you need
I will
Nitro?
enter that giveaway.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Get me in there.
Maybe we run a special Nitro giveaway. I hear we also have a surprise unboxing. BU messaged me last night. Can you tell us a little bit more about this? How have you gotten your hands on this golden Amaru?
I actually just got really lucky that when I joined the company, they still had a couple lying around the office, and I love plushies. You can see I've got my Kickstarter Amaru. I've actually been supporting Amaru since the Kickstarter. I got that one from Kickstarter, and then when I was working for the company, I got to snag one, but I've not opened it yet because I wanted to do a special unboxing, and I just didn't get around
This
to
is
it.
your
So
chance.
yeah, thank you for this opportunity to
Well,
finally open my little
no,
Amaru.
thank
It's been trapped
you.
in a
Thank
box.
you for honoring me with doing it, honoring our community with doing it on our live stream. Everybody who's watching us probably knows we've been working hard with the community to make this just a collaborative effort. So many people have been on here, and BU's been in the audience, and a few of these live events now is shared. And I didn't even realize you were a streamer when we first started chatting. And then I was like checking out her Twitch. I was like, this is a solid community. There's some really awesome people in here. She has her own Discord and everything, which I'll definitely be sharing the link in here in chat. Y'all should check it out. But overall, I've just really enjoyed getting to know you as a person. Like it wasn't even like your job or your hobby that was what I knew about you. It was just that you could relate on a lot of these things that I've struggled with my life, including mental health and streaming and how to create content without burning out and going insane. Like it's so easy to go crazy trying to be a streamer.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of people are trying to be a streamer and then also maintain their full-time job, and it can get really messy. So I'm glad that we've connected, and I've really enjoyed watching you really grow the Amaru community in such wonderful ways, and these
It's an amazing
workshops have been
community.
so valuable. So I'm excited to be on one.
Well, thank you for coming in. This is technically our responsible gaming and content creation stream. So every Tuesday, we're going to either do a meditation or we'll bring in a special feature or an expert on mental health. Just to clarify, neither of us are experts on mental health, but we are here to share some of our experiences of what's worked for us in our own journey of self care. So, B has been streaming. How long have you been streaming for?
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a long time.
Yeah, it's been
11,000 followers on Twitch, which is
mhm.
I've never actually like interviewed somebody who had 11,000 followers on Twitch. I don't know how you stay sane with that many people. I don't know.
Well, yeah,
What's your
I've been
secret,
seeing
B?
my secret. I just trying to be myself, and
Being
if
you.
people want to stick around and hang out and be a part of our community, that's awesome. It's been definitely been a journey. I originally started out on Twitch for the first 2 to 3 ish years of streaming. That's when I gained that big chunk, that 10,000 followers on here. I was, streaming every day, 13 hours a day, just, living the streamer life. And then after Twitch, I moved over to Beam and Mixer because I really liked the community value that they emphasized on that platform. They had a lot of cool tools. Became a partnered streamer on there, and that was such a great experience. But if you didn't know, Microsoft owned it and shut Mixer down out of the blue one day, and everything fell apart. But I'm back on Twitch now, and I'm finally, after a year or so of not doing a whole lot of content creation, not doing a lot of streaming, I'm back trying to get our community back on track and provide them with awesome content. So um, I've been definitely using what I learned working with Amaru and working with the community there. All that self-care knowledge I've been applying to my streaming. So it's been pretty sweet.
So when did you first realize you needed to do that kind of stuff? Was there something you ran into, a moment of awakening when you were like, "Oh shoot, like this is not going to get easier."
I don't know when that moment really clicked in. Um, Probably once you've streamed for a long time, sometimes you get to a point where you kind of don't want to go live. You're just like, here we go again. Like, I got to get through this. You feel obligated to do it. Maybe you start missing out on social events with your friends in real life. Maybe you're not taking care of yourself properly. Your house is a wreck. And you
Mhm.
kind of just let things kind of fall apart because you've been grinding and streaming for so long, trying
Yeah.
to maintain your numbers and grow them. Um, and I realized that there was more out there than just streaming, and I needed to figure out how to balance my stream life and my outside stream life a little better.
You can really get sucked into it. and become kind of a slave to your audience at times. It's like, I obviously want to make stuff that y'all enjoy. I want to make content that's interesting, and we always have fun. We have lots of laughs, but there becomes a point when you have to just do what they want next. And how have you had, or how have you suffered from that? You know, how have you been impacted by that? Have you ever found yourself like, I don't want to play this game, or I don't want to do this, or have you just done your own thing? And
So, doing content because your audience wants it, that's a really tricky one because you want them to keep coming back and you want to make them happy so they support you. But sometimes what they want might not align with who you are. On Mixer, for example, we were talking about Ninja. Ninja was on
mhm,
Mixer, big Fortnite streamer at the time. And a lot of people came to Mixer for Fortnite and
yeah,
they wanted a lot of the other creators to play Fortnite, like play with us, do events. Like it was all Fortnite, Fortnite, Fortnite. And streamers were like, well, if that's what the audience wants, we're all
right.
Fortnite streamers now, right?
We're all
Well,
Fortnite.
and
Ah, yes, that was very interesting time period.
definitely, it's a great game. But it's not for everybody. And if you're trying to fit yourself into that box because there's an audience for it, because you want to grow and get those views, you need to be really careful about providing content that you're not aligned with. Because
Yeah,
in the short term, it might be great. You're getting all those views and people are coming in and new people. But let's say you get burned on Fortnite. I can't stand it anymore. I don't want to play this anymore. Now I'm going to have to deal with losing a lot of my audience because
right.
you'll have viewers there that are there for you and your personality and and who you are. But then you'll have people there that really just love Fortnite and they like how you provide that content. But now you're kind of trapped in that little box.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think that's where the being yourself part comes into
yeah.
creating content that you can maintain in the long run.
Had you thought of that before I made the title of the event be you?
Like being yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Or was that?
actually where I kind of developed my name from.
That's awesome. I love it. Yeah.
I yeah, I needed to do a rebrand. And I was just brainstorming ideas on like what my community represents, what do I want it to say to people, what will look good on a t-shirt because with branding you want something people are going to wear or want to represent. And yeah, somehow I came onto the be yourself. I'm like, that's what I tell people when they're asking for stream advice is
hmm
be yourself. And I was like, be you. I can make it like be themed. It kind of clicked
Yeah.
and off we went with it.
I think it works for your personality as well. Like, you have very outgoing, energetic vibes that are just, it's you, and you can tell like it's just you being you. Um, and you're real in the chat and you're real on live stream, and I like that about you. I mean, I think being honest and open with people when you're making content is good, but then at times is like, when do you when do you cut people off because they want to get closer and closer and know more and more about you? It's like,
Hmm.
you're a really cool person. It just happens. I mean, it's inevitable.
It does.
Doesn't matter
It's
your gender. I'll tell you that because I streamed for years.
Yeah, some people will cross your boundaries, and I'm not as good at talking about setting the boundaries and how to manage that, but that is definitely something you want to think
hmm
about when you are streaming because people will think that you're, their best friend and that they can come to you with anything. And then if you're not prepared for that and you're not prepared for how to direct them to better avenues to deal with,
Yeah,
they might trauma dump and
yeah.
all of that. Learning what parasocial relationships are, I think, is important, and I think
There's a
educating your
good video
community
for that
about
we put out that Gabe was talking about this very thing.
that would be a good resource to go back and check for
Yeah,
sure. Learning how parasocial relationships work and how to navigate that.
yeah. And what is nice guy syndrome? I think that's a crucial one for streamers to understand.
I saw a clip of Gabe talking about that, and he was just like straight to the point on it. I'm like,
Yeah,
people need to hear this, and it's
yeah.
something that a lot of people don't talk about.
I mean, I'm a nice guy, and I've fallen prey to that kind of mentality before, but it's crucial to understand that's not how life works. Like, you don't buy affection. But anyways,
Hmm.
like, I think subbing and tide tipping is really awesome and a good part of the Twitch ecosystem to support content creators, because I mean they got to make a living too, and as much as we love doing stuff, there's got to be some exchange of value too. If you're creating valuable content, you support your favorite community. So how has community impacted your content creation, and what do you see as the value in that?
How has community impacted my content creation?
Yeah.
We're very community based in my channel. I would say they impact my content by letting me know what content I'm putting out they enjoy, um, having discussions with them in our Discord, figuring out where to take our channel. I'm usually very open about my process and what I'm doing this week and what I
Mm-hmm.
want to do with my content. So we have kind of an open discussion about it. But I don't choose to do any content that doesn't speak to me personally. And we sometimes go through waves where I really love face painting and my audience really likes face painting and we'll do it for a while, but then I get tired of it. I don't want to get my brushes out and clean them after every stream and take a shower after every stream and it gets messy. Um so we'll go through phases where I'll do that content for a little while, but I never want to get pigeonholed into being just a face paint streamer.
Mm-hmm.
So I switch content quite a bit, um, but I make sure that my audience is aware that's what we're doing. Like, you
Yeah.
never know what you're gonna see when you tune into my channel.
Communication though, communication, right? I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
where like sticking to a schedule. I always tell streamers, have a schedule. Don't just wing it. Is there anything to be said about that?
Don't just wing it.
Or should
As
you
far
just,
as
I mean, yeah, as far as planning recurring content like streams,
Mhm.
right?
I definitely suggest having a schedule. Um, if you can at least stick to a time slot. So
Mm-hmm.
even if your content's going to be different each day, if you can stick to like your audience knows you're going to be there, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30, they'll be able to attend. For the longest time though, as a streamer, I've not followed a lot of these rules, and I didn't have a schedule for the longest time. I was a full-time streamer, paying my bills, doing all that
Mm-hmm.
with just streaming. And I didn't have a schedule, but it worked for us. But it's not like something I would like recommend. You have to really know yourself, know what drives you and what you're capable of doing and what keeps streaming exciting. Because if you make it a job, and it's okay to make it a job, but it gets to be work. It becomes work at that point. So you need to decide if you want to make streaming your job or your hobby and how it can fit into your schedule and your lifestyle.
Right. I think a lot of people try to just do it, one-off streams. They're like dabbling their feet into it. They don't really have a plan on like, hey, I want to create recurring content around whatever games I enjoy. It doesn't have to be strict and regimented like school or something or work. It can still be casual and carefree
Mhm.
and have fun and just be yourself. But having some sort of like, hey, I'm gonna be online at this time. I'm gonna be with you in my community. We're using be a lot. You notice that recurring theme?
It follows me around.
Well, we got any questions from the
Did I
community here?
lose you? Oh yeah, the
I turned my camera off for a second because I was removing
would
my
you like to chime
massage
in?
chair.
Oh,
I have a massage chair that I use, and I was taking it off my chair. I pulled my shoulder out, ironically,
ooh,
and I don't think it's a
ouch.
result of streaming, but I
Hopefully
have been
not.
streaming a lot recently, so I don't know. And let's see. I mean, the nicer you are to your audience, the higher chance of that happening because they'll see you as someone that can help.
Hmm.
Protogenate. That's a good point. That's a good point. Um,
Yeah, if you're being really nice to your audience, you're like, oh, just hit me up in a DM whenever you want. Like I'm here for y'all. And some people are fine with that. Just make sure you communicate the best you can to make sure
mhm,
like if you have a problem that you think that your streamer can help you with, maybe approach them in a way that's, hey, do you have some time? I have this issue. I'd like to talk to you. And if that's too much for you, it's okay. But like kind of communicate to them before you just kind of unload on them. Make sure that they're
mhm.
are right with you discussing something maybe outside of the streaming.
That's a good point. Open DMs or closed DMs?
I have open DMs.
I think
Um,
open DMs, especially for small content creators, like small time. We're not millions of followers. And
mhm.
I think letting people get in contact with you, even if you end up with a lot of creeps and weirdos sometimes, is better than putting up that wall.
Yeah, and
It's
if
kind
you're
of
not
inevitable.
comfortable with open DMs, you can always have like an email that they can contact you at, or something similar to that.
That's a good option. Yeah, a little bit of a workaround so you can just have partnerships and collaboration opportunities without letting everybody through the door.
Hmm.
I like that. Um, so what are your favorite tools for streaming in terms of, well, I guess I don't mean like
Tools
specifically for
or
mental health, but like
Mhm.
in general, what are your favorite streaming tools?
Like my equipment or my
Hmm.
online digital
What's your favorite tool?
favorite tool? Hmm. I don't know if I have a favorite tool. I love my microphone and my
Hmm.
camera a lot.
I like the
Um,
microphone cover. That's awesome.
Thank you. I hand make these. They function like a pop filter, and I think they're just cuter than traditional pop filters.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have all this. I have lots of different tools I use for streaming. I've got my Stream Deck, capture cards, sound equipment, a Go XLR. I have all kinds of tools, but they're they're not necessary to become a
Right.
streamer for sure.
Yeah.
You can start off. I started streaming from an Xbox with an Xbox camera and
Nice.
grew most of my audience that way.
Yeah.
So, they're
That
not
that was
necessary, but
similar.
I don't know if I have a favorite.
I think a lot of streamers they just slowly work up to the quality like your content is at. I don't even know. I want that atmosphere in my room. That's what I'm going for. Like your layout behind you is just the vibe. It's hard to do that in this
It's
little office, but
it
I
has
don't know.
taken 8 years to
It's
get to this point.
exactly. Okay, so questions from the audience or the stream. And if you're on Discord, hop in the Twitch and drop a hello, drop a follow. In BU's stream, it's BU TV, right? Or
Mhm.
HQ.
Which one? Which platform?
Oh, the Twitch.
Twitch
It's
TV,
BU TV, yeah.
because I
I'm gonna
couldn't get
post
my
it in
name
here.
when I had to come back.
And then the Amaru fam one, y'all should also drop a comment just so we can. We just applied for affiliate. That's the Amaru fam one. But we're gonna do an unboxing here soon, very
Mhm.
soon. Do you want to do that like midway here at 30 minutes, or
Yeah, we can do it midway.
we can do it midway? I wanted to take questions from the audience, and a 9 year, or 8 year veteran streamer. Anyone have any questions?
And if not, we can kind of dive into how to keep your mental health and self-care
Yeah,
up and how that'll help with streaming.
yeah, that was a little bit of a long intro. So then we'll move into more of the focused content here, so y'all can learn something. Because it's an educational experience. You're not just here to have fun and listen to us ramble, right? But it has been interesting, at least for me. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm happy to answer any streaming questions. Have I ever crashed midstream?
That's a good
Um,
question.
Obviously, my technology has failed me, and we have dropped multiple streams, especially when I was streaming from Xbox. I would stream for like 30 minutes at a time, and then my Xbox would crash, and we'd start it back up and do it again for
It
like
happens.
all day. Have I fallen asleep midstream? No. I have done some 24-hour streams that I felt like I definitely was going to, but I have not fallen asleep. Um, how's your recording software? Yes, definitely have had OBS crash, but mostly
Yeah.
mostly my crashes happened with Xbox
Mm.
streaming from console.
I thought the question was, have you ever crashed like emotionally on stream? And it got me because I've definitely been there. I had to walk away from a live stream once. I went live, and then I was like, "What am I doing with my life?" Like it was like someone's gonna have to take over here. It was in a live event too. Like it was a group thing.
Oh, no.
It was
Uh,
bad. It was bad.
yeah, I've definitely
That
crashed
was before I
emotionally.
was meditating and stuff like that on a daily basis. Oh, we got a new follower. Hey, thanks, Chris Crow. Welcome to the Maru fam. Should also check out BUTV. That's who we're streaming with here. She's sharing a little bit of her experience streaming for the last 8 years. And let's do you want to do the unboxing first or talk about the tools first?
Let's talk about the tools first.
Okay.
And Faye asked, "Can an artist stream?"
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's a
I
great
love
question.
when people share their non-gaming content. A lot of my content is actually made of non-gaming content. I knit. I've done face painting. We do ASMR. I've definitely like done more traditional art. I love watching artists do their thing on Twitch. There's a wonderful community
Hmm.
around art streaming.
Oh yeah.
Best thing to do is just start watching a bunch of different artists and find out what communities you fit in, and kind of go from there to see maybe how you can present your content.
Yeah. I think it is a little bit more difficult for artists because they're creating all the content as opposed to somebody who's playing a game where half the content or more than half the content's been created by the game designer. Like if you play through Skyrim, you basically have a story to stream and you could just talk and narrate alongside of it. If you're an artist, you're creating that story. You have to be that story, and narrating it is so important. Whether it's you just having a stream of conscience, talking about your day, your dinner, or if it's like, hey, this is why I'm drawing this line, this is why I'm erasing here, I want a shadow here, I want to overlay. That all is very, very interesting to a very specific group of people, like me and the people in Amaru who watch art streams when we do them. The draw Marus are very, very popular because they get to see what the animator of Amaru thinks, and that's really
Yeah.
fascinating. So if you're an artist and you're good, or even if you're not good, it doesn't matter if you're good or not good. Just stream your artwork. People will enjoy watching you create. There are no mistakes in art, right? So it's your art, and it'll be interesting to other people to see what's going on in your mind.
I absolutely love like watching Lexi draw and bring
Yeah.
Amaru to life, and getting to know her, getting to know developers on games in general. Really lets you see all the creative people that put their love and time into these video games and apps. Getting to meet music composers and artists and writers, and there's so many creative people around it. You see it as a video game, but once you like dive in and you learn who's behind it, you're like, oh, this is an art form of a lot of art forms coming together that
Mm-hmm.
people get to experience.
Yeah, exactly. Part of Skyrim's content is the glitches. Yeah, if Summer's here listening, I know she's listening or lurking. She may have it muted. As my wife got started streaming like you be on Xbox. In our old house in Creedmoor, it was like a cardboard box we were living in, and we had a bed on the floor as when we first got married, and she just had a microphone, one of those the not boom mics, but it was like an aerial microphone dangling from the fan above her, and she would stream with the Xbox, no camera or anything. That's how she got
Oh
hers
my
started.
god.
Great.
Yeah.
Great to start there, because then anything you do above that for your stream, people are like, that's awesome, you got a camera. It doesn't matter the quality, they're just like, that's so cool. And you kind of grow
Yeah.
your community on this journey of, hey, I'm improving the quality and the content for you while you're supporting me and giving me your time and your love.
That is definitely an exciting time to follow streamers, because the
Yes,
community does get to actively help you grow and get better. And yeah, starting, yeah, that's how we got our
it's
first PC, was streaming from my Xbox for a year and a half. It's like every bit of tips and everything was just
that's
like, all right, we're
awesome.
gonna get a PC one day, y'all.
A
We're
true
gonna be
rags
real
to riches
streamers.
story here, B. That is so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, just start. Really, just starting it out. Don't worry about trying to get a bunch of equipment and stuff first. Just try it. Just go live on your Xbox or your mobile phone. Especially artists, you can just set your phone on a tripod and draw from your phone and go live. And then you'll kind of see if you like it, because some people, like, the perception of what the job might be is different than what it actually is. And a lot
Hmm.
of people start streaming and they're like, I didn't realize how hard this is. I can't keep up with talking and doing this thing at the same time and all the equipment. And yeah, so it's, yeah, you just got to get out. If you want to do it, go out there and try it. It's no harm in it, and you don't have to have all the fancy equipment to do that.
But having that community behind you to support you is probably the most crucial thing I see people miss out on. They get all the other stuff, they link up their OBS, they got their keyboard and mouse, their computer can handle it, they got their bitrate honed in, then they go live and they're like, why aren't people showing up? Why is there no one talking? But they're not talking to the people. They're not
Hmm.
participating and engaging with their community. I don't know, I think a lot of people are afraid to tell their friends and like share what they're doing because they're afraid it's not good enough right off the bat. But that's the most important
Hmm.
time for them to jump on and see, oh, so and so's putting themselves out there and just having fun doing it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely let your friends and family know, whoever you're willing to
Yeah, whoever
allow.
you're willing to.
When I
Oh man,
started out, I didn't want anyone knowing I was
yeah,
doing it. So I did it for a long time without, and then I slowly started like, "Hey, I've actually been doing this for a while. You want to see it?" Um, But don't rely on friends and family either though, because they might not see, depending on your friends and family. Let them know you do it. Try to see if they'll be happy to support you. But if they're not encouraging of it or they don't get it, that's okay. You'll find other people who are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that brings me to a point I was thinking earlier about being yourself in streaming and why that's important, and why I think it's important is when you put yourself out there the way you want to be presented, especially if you're being true to yourself, you're going to attract people who like that. They're going to be people with similar interest, and um, it's just like we were talking about earlier. If I play Fortnite and I'm not really into it, I'm gonna get a bunch of Fortnite players, and I'm not gonna have anything in common with them. It's not gonna be enjoyable to talk to them because I'm not into it. But if I'm cooking or I'm doing my art or playing music on my ukulele, people are gonna come in and they're gonna enjoy those things too, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I have a ukulele, or I play guitar, or I love this dish. Have you ever tried making this?" And you're going to be excited to talk to them too, and that's going to really help you build that foundation, that community that you need. Find your people, key lime. Exactly. You don't want to be attracting a bunch of people that you've faked yourself, and you're going to get a bunch of people who like that fake you, and then you're going to feel empty in the long run, and it's hard to maintain that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry, I turned off my camera because the lighting was really bothering me.
Oh, that's okay.
Is that better? I don't
I'm
know.
Yeah, I think you look fine.
A little bit better. I didn't like how washed out it looked. I changed the color, but it doesn't
Oh.
look like it actually did that much. It's like it's auto balancing or something. Anyways, I'm not gonna get held up on it. The video
Sometimes
does
the
not
show
matter.
must go on.
The show must go on. I actually was clipping what you said there as well because that was a really good point. And I'm gonna save this. We'll go back and make some highlights later, but I think this kind of information for new streamers, like starting with the responsible affiliates or the responsible gaming affiliates, is basically going to be a group that abides by certain streaming standards. And I'm not talking about hardware and bitrate. I'm talking about mental state and mindfulness. Because if you go into it, if you're listening and you want to be a content creator, you want to jump in and start streaming, you really need to do it the right way from the get-go. And I'm not harping on people who want to just stream what they love to stream. Like we said, don't be a slave to your audience. Stream what makes you happy. You just got to learn, hey, I can share with these people, and the people in Amaru won't judge you if you go live in our channel. We're not going to judge you as long as you keep it within the boundaries of our community.
Right. Always follow 2S.
Yes, so
The Amaru community is a wonderful place to give it a try for sure. Everyone has been so supportive and encouraging in your community.
and it's like an asset repository I'm building for all the streamers. All the links to like these tools, and I know you have something similar in yours, right? In your Discord,
I think we have a room to chat about it if people are
like
interested. But
tools and resources to help other
yeah,
people. Yeah.
having those all in one place would be a wonderful thing to have available.
Yeah, that's been my dream for years actually is to help streamers stream better. So it's all coming to fruition because of the community, because of y'all supporting and listening and watching. And yeah, it's a really awesome time. I'm excited to see what happens in the rest of this year. Um, what other tips do we have to give people? Responsible gaming tips, self-care.
Responsible gaming tips. So, um, it can be really easy when you start out streaming or you really get into streaming to want to sit and stream for long periods of time. People will stream, like I said, when I was streaming in my early 20s, I was streaming 13 hours a day, 12, 13 hours a day sometimes. That's a long time to be sitting and playing a game and staring at a screen. Um, so I don't recommend doing that. But if you are going to stream for extended periods of time, 5 to 8 hours, a work day of streaming, you want to make sure you're getting up periodically and moving around, drinking water, make sure you have food. Food is important for your mental health. Don't forget food is important. Um,
Stretching,
and
not living off of coffee.
stretching and not living off coffee and energy drinks, because a lot of streamers promote that lifestyle, that let's chug these energy drinks and we're going to go and everything's exciting and hyped, and it's not always the
You can't
healthiest way to
keep
do
that
it.
up. I
And
mean,
yeah, one day it's going to
I don't
not
know how
not
those guys go for so long.
No, I have no
I mean, it's the
idea.
energy drinks, right? That it's infinite power. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's
It's coming at a cost. Every time you rev up your system, you're taking away energy for future use that you need to recoup somehow. So, I mean, the only way I could imagine something like that where you stream for 10, 15 hours a day, you would have to be like really, really boosting your energy in the rest of that time. It's just not healthy in the long run. You need to be taking breaks every 2 hours. You need to be staying hydrated, maintaining your own mental stability and health, whatever that is for you, exercise, meditation, prayer, but it's different for everybody. I just encourage you to use apps and tools that simplify it, like the Amaru app,
Mhm.
which lets you set goals and track them. I love it. That's what I use
Yeah.
because you can do a 90-minute sprint and then come back and play.
The Amaru app is good for setting those goals and then yeah, having those breaks and keeping you on track and keeping you
Right.
mentally aware of it. Another thing you can do with Twitch is set some things that people can redeem their points in chat for. So Key Lime Pie just redeemed Hydrate, and that reminds me
Hey.
that I need to get some water and drink some water. I've got a stretch one that's in there, and my viewers use them regularly. They make me get up and move around, and um, so you can do fun things like that where the chat's involved. Maybe you're trying to work out more. Do like $5 donations, get 10 push-ups. Do little things like that. That way the community's also involved. They're seeing you being healthy and minding your self-care. That's going to encourage them to also do it. Remember, you are an example when you are streaming, whether you're a good influence or not, but it's good to be aware of that too.
Don't push yourself. It's a good question. That's a good point. I'd love to stream this horse game I play. Yeah, I mean, I think streaming indie games and games that don't have it Fortnite like following is actually preferable for early streamers. What do you think, B?
Doing smaller titles.
Yeah, I mean, versus like
Me,
trying to get at the bottom of the list for Fortnite.
yeah, you want to look for games that at least have some audience, especially if it's a niche game. Is it niche or niche? I'm
I
not
hear
sure.
both. I've heard it both ways. To put it in
If
Sean Spencer's words.
uh, playing niche games is great, especially if you're already a part of like their Discord communities and things.
Yeah,
Maybe sticking to a style of game can be your way of kind of building an audience that's around maybe a certain style of game. But yeah, just get out there and play the games you like,
yeah.
because if you're having fun, your audience is going to have fun as well.
You like golf with friends? Stream golf with friends and get a bunch of friends on there playing. Guarantee you'll get affiliate very quickly if you have 5 or 6 friends playing golf with you and just streaming once a week. I mean, I've literally had people take this path. We did it with Amaru, although we streamed a lot more than once a week, and got to affiliate in 2 months of streaming. Could have done it faster if I had really tried, but it's basically don't burn yourself out trying to stream for 10 hours a day. Stream for targeted amounts, make it fun, and bring people in to do stuff with you. That is, I think, the crucial thing. I see so many people like, I'm gonna go stream for 3 hours on my Twitch, and like I don't hear from them. No one hears from them. They come back, no one was watching, no one viewed my Twitch. I'm like, did you share it anywhere? Did you
Mm-hmm.
invite me? I would have tuned in. And like, come
Yeah,
on, that's
you got it. Yeah, building outside socials can be really important too. Have an
mm-hmm,
Instagram or a Twitter or somewhere else you reach people that you can let them know that you're live. Discord's a great place to do that.
mm-hmm.
Uh, Chloe has a question. How do you deal with trying to be authentic when you start getting frustrated with a game and the authentic you is an angry version of you? Don't really want
That's a
you
good
don't really want
question.
to broadcast.
I'm gonna let you take this one, B.
Okay.
When you get tilted, what do you do?
Um, ooh, that's a
Good
tricky one.
question, Chloe.
So
Good question.
when I started out streaming, I just let all that out because I didn't have a professional following. I didn't have people from work watching me, nothing like that. So I was just
You
like,
heard it, chat.
you're
Just let it all out.
I'm just gonna let this all out. And people liked it. They liked seeing me rage. So you can lean into it.
Well, I think it's
Or
situational, right? It's situational.
but
I mean,
Chloe
there's
said
some
that
people who have what. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. there's some people whose rage is different than, like, there's some people whose rage is cuter in a lot of minds than other people's rage. Like, if people saw me raging all the time, it'd get really frustrated. It'd be like, dude, you just trash at every game. Like, stop raging and laugh. And that's when I realized, like, okay, it's more funny than it is angering to see somebody fail. So why not just join in and make fun of yourself a little bit? Like, you don't need to self-deprecate and like say, "Oh, I'm the terrible worst player." But I'll be like, in Rocket League, I'll be like, "Well, I'm pretty much cardboard 3. Like, that's my rank." And and it's funny because I play decently well, but then we all get frustrated with the game. So make it into, I think you pivot it. Like, you ever heard of those spin artists? Or not spin artists. The guys who take the political situations and take a bad one and make it a good one. You know, this, they put a spin on it.
They
It's
put a
like,
spin on it.
yeah, it's like if something terrible happens, you're failing a level over and over, make it into a joke. Like, turn it
Right.
around. And that, I think, goes back to mindset and mental positioning for a stream. You have to be in the mindset of, I'm not trying to be the best at this game. You're not. There will always be somebody better than you, and they could just go watch their channel. You're trying to connect with your viewers over something they're interested in and you're interested in. So
Yeah. So I guess
you're getting hung
Chloe,
up on
if
the
you,
game. Maybe.
yeah, I guess being aware of why you're angry and maybe toning it back if you can catch yourself in those moments. Um, you know, maybe just rage out and have an emergency button on like a stream deck or your stream that goes into like a BRB screen where it mutes your mic
Then you can just
and it
scream.
just like be right back, having a meltdown.
I
See you
am
in a second.
totally putting in a meltdown stream slide.
Just like I can't handle this right now, emergency meltdown button. And then you can go let it out for a second, regroup, come back, and be like, all right, that was a lot. Maybe we need to
Don't
switch
even
games.
know it. When I got started,
or,
I
Meltdown.
created.
You know,
That was my meltdown screen, but it'll have like a brain melting in that frame next time. Have like a button like the Mad Money guy and hit it dramatically, just like, oh, boom, just switches. Da, 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 da. Elevator music starts playing. And one time you forget to hit it and everyone just sees you flipping out, like throwing everything around your room. I'm not encouraging mental breakdowns on stream, but I will say it can be funnier than enraging. Like, if you take a step back and realize it's kind of funny to watch people fail over and over on a video game something, then it can become something you can use to your advantage. I don't know. In my mind, like, there is no mistakes also in streaming if you do it right. Like, people want to see you're real. They want to see you have flaws as well. That you struggle with certain things. And that's what, when it comes back to being honest and open with your audience, like we talked about earlier on, you want to be open with people, share a little bit about who you are on a deeper level than just, I'm a streamer or I'm a gamer. I mean, don't give them your social security number or your address. Like, I would not recommend that. You will get FBI raided or something. Or worse.
Yeah, make sure you
do not
keep
go
your
that deep. But
personal information private, especially if you're doing unboxings. You know.
Oh yeah, make sure you scratch out the label. Are we gonna?
Sticky note.
We should do that now. Drum roll. What should we?
I have a little box.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in here. Everybody react with the little dancing Amaru. I don't even know why I did that.
That's my little friend.
We need some music or something to make this more dramatic.
I don't have dramatic music.
I'll just be the drama for us, B.
Go for it.
This box is perfectly white. It's incredible. The treasure chest has opened. This is the first time this golden Amaru has seen the light of day. We see the glimmer of gold through the paper. It's coming out. It's beautiful. Look at the white paws. Oh, it's so amazing. The golden Amaru.
Beautiful.
Stunning.
Oh my gosh.
In
Yellow
all
is
its
my
glory.
favorite color. I don't know how I've left him. It's yellow with green eyes.
Now you have him to use. You saved it for the right moment. Everybody can see golden Amaru. This is a limited edition. You cannot buy this Amaru anymore. And I know there's people who've asked me, where do I get the golden Amaru? You can't. She has unboxed the
Too
last
late.
remaining golden Amaru.
The
If anyone
last
else
of the
has one,
Amarus.
hit me up and we'll make another unboxing video. But this might be the last golden Amaru unboxed. Who knows? All right. I'm going to
Now
clip
I've
that
got
as
two
well.
of them.
Wait, you have 2 of them?
hmm This was
Oh.
the original Kickstarter one, and then the limited edition. And then I haven't gotten the new one yet. I tried to win one the
Oh.
other day. The new
Okay.
one's got the natural Amaru colors, which I absolutely love too.
See golden Amaru.
Oh, they can be best friends now.
This is
No longer
adorable.
alone. I love that one's got like a
Uh,
tan color, and then this one's white and yellow. That's so cute. And they got
I'm
different
going to
eye
make it
colors.
full screen here. It's so cute. Oh, I'm going to clip this for my wife too. She wants one so badly.
Oh, you need to get one. They're so cute.
I want to get this on a
It's
t-shirt too. That's
Mhm.
my goal for this month is to have our t-shirt competition go through
You're gonna
and
have
have
the
some
audience
designs.
design T-shirts.
Yes. Everybody's going to get a
That's
chance to submit their design. We've had some great designs submitted already, and we have some options. So the next step is we're going to mock them up and put them out
I'm excited for
and let
that.
people vote. So we'll do a pre-sale just to get, or pre-order to get like an idea of how many we need to make. But they'll be limited
hmm
edition too. So everything is kind of limited edition. This is the original non-fungible not tokens, but trading items. So B, I'll DM you. We'll negotiate a price for the golden Amaru. Um,
Good luck.
I'll make it worth it. I'll make it worth it. I'm curious now. How much would I have to offer you to part with it,
Oh, I don't know. I really love
or is it
yellow.
priceless?
It's a special Amaru.
It's a priceless Amaru. You've heard it right there.
No,
She
I
wouldn't even
love
give
it.
it up for the whole world. I offered her $1 million. I don't have $1
Okay,
million dollars to offer
maybe
you.
$1 million.
Oh, $1 million is now the price of the Amaru. Do we have a different bid? That
Maybe
started very
Lexi
high.
can be commissioned for a special golden Amaru.
We probably could. You fools! I can just spray paint a normal plushie gold.
Proto's got the right idea. Oh my gosh, Chloe!
Oh, you
Look at
have
your
one too.
friends.
You have all of them.
Nice.
The
The whole
collection.
collection. The yellow one's a lot more prettier in person.
Oh, I really
Like
want
it's a really
one.
pretty gold. I it does not the cameras do no justice
Gets
on this
out
guy.
gold Sharpie.
We'll make them gold. They're cute.
I'll make one.
I actually got to help design the Amaru t-shirts that we originally put out. It was
I
sort of an accident,
didn't know
but
there were even t-shirts before. I like that.
yeah, they
It's so
had
cute. Amaru's
uh,
sleeping.
they had a couple different items on Roba. I don't know where that went or if that's changed, but we did a couple of t-shirts, and we had the gratitude journal and a couple other things, stickers and things. So some of you out there have those items, but as you have seen, a lot of Amaru items are limited edition
Yeah.
because we get small runs of everything. Because
We do have
buying
journals and plushies though. There's I think a couple hundred of the plushies still.
nice,
So
good. So get your
yeah.
plushie.
Then we'll have to make another one. We'll have to have another design. But that is the original colors of Amaru that you get whenever you get the app. We just got rated by Rexy is live. What up, Rexy? Rexy's new to the community and is going to be
Rexy.
streaming with us. So super excited to have you. Going to bed. Have a great time, Amaru Vam. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate the raid. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
We just
One
unboxed an Amaru,
Yeah.
golden Amaru.
One last thing about the plushies
Yeah.
is when I was doing community management work for Amaru, I would take this Amaru with me everywhere to get photos of him in different locations.
Yeah.
And people are always just so tickled by it. They'll see me taking a picture of him. They're like, "Oh, what is that? Like, do you have an Instagram? Does your little buddy go different places?" And like, they would ask me what Amaru was, and it was always so exciting because I was able to share the Amaru app and self-care and meditation with people just because I was carrying around a little stuffed animal.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
Okay, we're gonna give away
cute.
another Amaru plushie this month. Anyone who
Giveaway.
tags at Amaru Fam out somewhere with their golden or they can have any Amaru. Doesn't matter which Amaru. An Amaru plushie, or you can take the app and get a picture. One of your friends takes a picture of you holding the app or something. Anything like that, you tag us at Amaru Fam. Actually, it's at Fog of Maya. Hashtag Amaru Fam. But at Fog of Maya Rexy's going to bed. Okay, I already saw that. And we'll give away a plushie to one of the people who tags us this month. So take a picture with your Amaru. I'm gonna post some as well that I have. My daughter loves hers. Let me clip that so I can post it on TikTok and they'll know about this. I'm trying to get the word out there about these giveaways so everybody who wants one can get one if they can't afford one. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess
you
we'll go
gave one
back.
away during your stream the other day.
Yeah, we gave one away. Oh man, I've had too many different giveaways. I can't remember who won it. Do you remember who won it? I know Charlie won the golden key. Was it All In? It was All In Art. It was All In, yeah. All In won the plushie. So I love getting people one of these if they want to enter a giveaway or if they want to stream with us and you sign up for the affiliate program, then you'll get one as well. So fun times. Anything we want to go back to on the self-care tips?
Oh, I would like to talk about morning routines.
Morning routines.
Yes.
Add stream marker. Okay.
So we talked about what you can do while you're streaming to maintain a healthy lifestyle, but we didn't talk about what you can do before or after. I found with the Amaru app, actually, I used Amaru for, I want to say it was 40 to 60 days in a row, somewhere in there.
Wow.
And I meditated every single day. And then I had built my ideal morning routine. It took me a little while to kind of hone in what I wanted to, what activities I wanted to use during a morning routine, but I knew I wanted to eat better. I knew I wanted to do some sort of physical activity. And I knew that meditation was going to be really important for me sticking to those routines. So with the Amaru app, which lets you set 3 daily goals, I utilized that and the daily meditations to structure this. So you need to find out what works for you and what you need to do with your own personal life. But my routine that I ended up developing, I woke up at a certain time each day. And even if I didn't, I still made sure my routine was in a certain order. I wanted to be sure that I had breakfast. I wanted to go outside and get some fresh air. So I would go out and do some grounding or just get some sunshine because those things are important. Meditating. And my physical activity I chose was yoga. I really enjoy doing yoga because it's not, it works for me better because it's a little bit more slower paced and you get to listen to your body. And I didn't like pushing myself and sweating a whole bunch.
Yeah.
So I chose yoga as my morning activity, and I found that staying consistent with the schedule and making it my goal each day to mark off these 4 or 5 things daily. Once I did that for a little while, I was feeling great. I had energy that I didn't know I could have. Like I just felt like I was on caffeine or something because I was feeding myself right. So I was getting the energy I needed from my breakfast. I wasn't having midday crashes where I get depressed and everything just felt overwhelming and I would just kind of shut down midday. Eating breakfast really helped prevent those dips. And I was never a breakfast person before. Meditating.
Interesting. Me neither.
Yeah, it takes a little bit, but once you start eating breakfast, you'll start waking up and you're like, oh, I'm hungry. I should eat.
Oh, that's why people eat breakfast.
Once you start eating breakfast, your body will get used to the time that you're eating.
Yeah.
And if you're like me, you don't really like doing much in the morning. So what I would do is make overnight oatmeal or something that I could put in the fridge the night before. So when I had the energy to do stuff, make a couple of overnight oatmeals. They're good for 3 or 4 days. And then there's always something easy to grab. And that's also important while you're streaming. Healthy snacks that are easy to grab. Because if you don't have easy to grab healthy snacks, you're going to grab candy bars and snacks. And those can get, if you're trying to be healthy, make sure you plan ahead and make it easily accessible to yourself. So you're not just like, well, I don't have time.
Get something in there that's healthy and nutritious instead of grabbing, the easiest granola bar or a donut or something. Or some of that KFC chicken you had from the other night.
Oh man. Yeah, it's really easy
Leftover
to
Chinese.
Slip into...
Let's go stream. 30 minutes in. Guys, I'm gonna have to be back in 20.
Place the good stuff closer to you, Russ. Exactly.
So how do you make overnight oatmeal for people listening? That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's just 1 part oats to 1 part milk, and You can use, whatever types of milk you
Yeah.
like. I add like chia seeds, flax seeds. I'll add fruit. There's lots of YouTube videos on how to make them, but you pretty much just scoop half a cup of oats, half a cup of milk, put it in a jar and put it in the fridge. And then you can add honey to sweeten it or maple
Mm-hmm.
syrup. I love doing like apples and cinnamon. You can do, if you want to
Oh,
make it more fun, you can add some chocolate chips. But like you can, kind of design them for your taste.
I love that. That is a perfect little experiment for me to try. So I actually like the biggest breakthrough I would say that happened in college was I started eating breakfast. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can think now so much better. Um, and it's so important to eat the right thing because if you're ADD like me, eating the wrong thing means a terrible day of productivity. Eating the right thing means I actually am like super powered. So
Focus
yeah,
and
I'm
feel
super
good and you're
powers.
clear.
I
Yeah,
actually
I
have
feel
the
like
energy. My brain's not crashing in 30 minutes. Like you eat a candy bar, you might be like, "Oh, I'm getting the calories." Yeah, but you're going to lose those calories in 30 minutes. Like or 60 minutes later you're going to be crashing. Oatmeal is a complex carb and it breaks down over time in your digestive system through multiple stages. First of like, oh, I had some milk and some sugar maybe in it, a little bit, but then you're also getting that slow release, like a time release capsule over time, and it sustains you for hours. So if you haven't
yeah.
tried eating breakfast, I know everyone's like, ew, oatmeal. As a kid, I was like, oh, I hate oatmeal. Now it's like oatmeal's so easy, so tasty because you can do whatever you want to it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
don't
cinnamon.
need it just plain. Add some
Yes,
flavor to
don't
it.
try to eat it plain. Oh, for the love of God.
Yeah, make it fun. Like I said, if you got to add chocolate chips to encourage you to
Yeah,
eat, you can,
exactly.
making little swaps here and
Brown
there
sugar is my
is good.
favorite, but try honey, try whatever you want. You want to do stevia or something, put some cinnamon sugar in there. Um,
Yeah.
so you put fruit right in the overnight oatmeal and you leave it with it?
Sometimes I'll put it on top. Sometimes
Just
I'll add
on.
it the next day. I love buying frozen fruit though
Mm.
because I will leave fresh fruit on my
Oh,
counter until it rots. If it's frozen, and I forget to eat it for 2 weeks, it's still in there. It's still frozen.
that's a
So
good point.
that's what I have to do to trick myself into doing that. But
Yeah,
I feel like food gets left out of mental health conversations a lot,
yeah.
and your microbiome is directly tied to your brain, and it's always sending signals and stuff, even if you're not aware of it. But if your gut is unhappy, that can help. That can contribute to your depression and your anxiety and feeling off and not having energy and
100%.
so feeding that, learning about your microbiome and learning how to feed it properly
Yeah.
can really help get that energy that you need, so you can do all the other things that you need
Hmm.
to do
You can control your
to be
mind.
to be better. Yeah, to stay in control of your mind for
Yeah.
sure. Um, so yeah, if you need to, I'd recommend sitting down and figuring out what your ideal morning might look like. Figure out what you're trying to accomplish and figure out how long those items take. That way you can be like, all right, if I wake up at 8 o'clock and I don't want to sit on Facebook for 15 minutes or something, that's fine. But schedule your time so you're like, okay, I get up at 8. I'm gonna wake up and brush my teeth. I'm gonna eat something. I want to do a meditation. I want to do yoga. And if you have to make those 5 minutes or 10 minutes, 5 minute meditation, a 10-minute yoga, it's a 15 minutes, right? Like
Hmm.
you can do them really short just so you can get in the habit of doing it. Because if you start out, oh, I'm going to do 45 minutes of meditation, and then that becomes overwhelming, and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that today. That's going to take up so much of my time. Do 2 minutes, do 5 minutes. That breathing is going to help you so much. And I think the meditation side really helps cement in those other habits that you're trying to build because it helps keep you mindful. So when you're going to reach for that unhealthy snack, if you're being mindful and the meditation has helped you
Yeah.
develop that skill, you can be like, "Oh, I'm realizing I'm doing this thing I don't really want to do. Let's find another option. Let's go ahead and grab this other snack that's going to be a little better for me." Because you're going to be more aware of yourself and what you're trying to accomplish, and you're going to learn to do that self-care, that self-love
Right.
that you need to do. But if you can do a good morning routine, what I discovered with my run with Amaru was I had way more energy. I thought more clearly. I didn't feel like I was draining the rest of my battery to help someone else out. A lot of us will drain our batteries on everyone else except for ourselves. But if you take that time first, you first, if you take your self care seriously and you take care of you first, you're gonna have extra energy. You're going to have this
Yeah.
overflow where you're like, oh, I can give this to someone. I'm helping so many more people now because I took care of myself first. And you're gonna be more efficient at that. But I think it's a really important key to pretty much anything you might be doing in life, even if it's not streaming.
Yeah.
Um,
Work.
having that, and it's hard to do. You're gonna fall off of it, but like we learn in the meditation, your mind's gonna wander a million times, but that's a million times you get to bring yourself back and build that skill. So just keep that in mind when you're building other activities and skills too.
Yeah. That's a really good point. I like how you said meditation cements the other self-care tools and stuff you're learning in the guided meditation sessions when Gabe talks about it. Like, just reiterating that every day has helped me so much, because you're building those channels that he talks about and your neural pathways, and you're connecting the dots more throughout the day, remembering, oh, I have a tendency to go distract myself with food instead of getting what I need done or something. And that's a good example. So yeah, very helpful to work that in as a routine, have it part of your day, because 30 minutes at the beginning of your day empowers you to do twice as much throughout the whole day. I mean, it's very clear when you start doing it repetitively. Now, it may not work the first time. You might be tired. You might not fully be awake. You may need to get into the routine, but good habits take, what do they say, 7 to 14 days to solidify, 2 weeks to solidify a new
Um,
habit.
I would say in my experience, a week is when I start to notice a difference. 2 weeks, I'm like, okay, we got to keep doing this. This feels good.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
I think 2 to 4 months to really get a habit in place.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like I've built habits and then stopped.
Yeah.
Not skipping more than 2 days can help. So if you're keeping track of your days, and the Amaru app's actually good for that because it keeps a streak for you. So you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I've done this for 14 days in a row. You can miss one and it won't set you back. But if you miss two, you got to start all over with your streak.
Oh, I
So
didn't
it,
even know that. I don't even bother for streaks because I've had such a hard time with the daily streaks, like Snapchat streaks and stuff. I've never been a streaker. But I like that grace period.
Yeah, having that grace period. But the app kind of, if you use it daily, will remind you like, oh, it's flashing at me. I missed yesterday because I have ADHD tendencies. I'm not clinically diagnosed, but I've worked with a therapist on my tendencies, and
Mm-hmm.
a whole day can go by and you don't even realize it till the next day, and you're like, did I not do my meditation yesterday? What happened?
Right.
And things out of sight, out of
Yeah.
mind, really easily.
I do like
So
the fact they added the notifications, because it's probably the one app I use the most on my phone other than Discord. So,
yeah, the Amaru notifications are new, and I like them. I have mine. I don't use my Amaru app as much as I used to. I'll
mhm.
I'll use it for my meditations when I need one. But I'm using the notifications to wake up and when to go to bed. So my Amaru my notification will pop up. I'm like, oh, it's bedtime. I should wind down now.
Yeah, I like that. Um, so I actually have to hop off here in a few minutes. So I want to wrap up the stream and
Yeah.
just ask people who are in Amaru to please kindly check out BU's stream, BU TV, and her Discord. I don't know if you want to share your Discord channel. Do you want me to pop it in there,
Um,
or is it
no, Twitch is good.
okay? Twitch. We'll just drop the Twitch here if you guys want to go check it out and then follow the rabbit hole, so to speak.
Yeah,
We'll
there's
let you do
there's
that at
links
your
and
own
stuff on my
accord.
Twitch page.
Yeah. Uh, I love the content you've been creating. I've been watching a bunch of it, and I just really appreciate you being part of the community and sharing your story and helping us.
Yeah, thank you for having me on today. It was really fun to talk to the community and share some of my knowledge. If y'all have any questions afterwards, happy to answer them. Feel free to send a DM. My DMs are open. And if you are interested in joining the Amaru community, I did drop the links in the chat. Hop in their Discord. They've got one of the best Discords I've been a part of. There's always events.
Oh,
There's always people
it's
talking,
the
and very
community.
supportive, very
Yeah.
supportive community. And then if you're interested in the Amaru app, the Amaru app teaches you daily self-care practices like meditation, gratitude journaling, and there's some fun games on there too. You get to take care of a cute pet while you do those things. The link there is at Six Wings Studios. You can get it free on iOS and Android.
Awesome. Thank you so much, BU. And we'll catch you guys next time on the Responsible Gaming stream every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see
Thank
you
y'all.
later.
Bye.